Hello everyone, my name is Jason Parker. Welcome back to this channel about magic. Today we are reacting to Nicholas Wallace, the second magician to be featured on this season, season 14 of America's Got Talent. And really quick, I want to mention I do have other non-reaction videos. I've got some street magic performances by myself and some magic tutorials. So if you want to learn something cool to share with your friends, I spent a lot of time making the tutorials very easy to follow, and I selected some really powerful effects I think you'll enjoy. With that being said, let's continue on. Nicholas Wallace. I have never heard of him before, so that's exciting to me to see a new magician, and judging by the title used on the YouTube video, it says something like he horrifies someone with a doll. So I expect this will be some type of scary magic, probably mentalism. Anyway, let's just jump right in. Creepy.
I'm Nicholas Wallace, and tonight I will be attempting to contact the other side.
Now, do you believe in ghosts?
Yeah.
So when was the first time you knew you had this talent?
People have stories in history, but also things have a story in history. Even as a kid, being in an old house or an antique shop, I would feel a connection to these things and the stories behind them. Where someone might just see a fork, I might see someone's last meal.
Why is there a creepy chair with a sheet on it? Oh my God.
Wait a second. How does she know the chair is creepy if there's a sheet covering it? Moving on.
That is not okay.
Today I brought an item that's very special to me. And tonight I'm going to bring the judges into close contact with the other side.
Sounds like a good plan.
Good evening.
Hello.
Hi, what is your name?
My name's Nicholas Wallace.
And what do you do?
I dabble in the strange and unusual.
So are we about to be frightened?
Perhaps.
All right, well, dabble for us.
I will. Thank you.
Dabble.
Most people believe that the Quinty Hotel was haunted, but they were wrong. It wasn't the hotel. It was an inconspicuous piece of furniture. It was an old rocking chair. No one paid any attention to it until an elderly guest was found dead in the chair. It was soon after that the happenings began. Guests reported hearing whispers, the pitter-patter of feet running across the floor, and more death. Now, the death was always ordinary. There are heart attacks or strokes or car crashes, but they always happened to those who stayed in the room with the chair. The Quinty Hotel burnt to the ground a few years ago, and this chair is one of the few things salvaged from the fire, and now it belongs to me. So, who wants to have a seat?
Why did he buy the chair?
Not me.
Gabrielle, would you like to join me up here, please?
The other judges look quite relieved.
Hi, Gabrielle.
Hi, Nick.
Pleasure to meet you. Have a seat. Right the way back, sit right back there. Perfect. Sit right back in the chair like that. Hold your arms up like this. Take a deep breath in and out. Just your arms there. Perfect.
Prepare yourself for
Simple
death.
instructions, you'll be fine. So these strange happenings were always reported in the dark. So I'm going to create a little darkness for you. We're going to blindfold you. Okay? Just going to tip your head forward a little bit.
I'm just gonna take your eyesight.
I've also brought with me tonight an old doll found in a different part of the hotel. And this doll and this chair seem to have some sort of connection.
Cool.
So Gabrielle, just leave your hands where they are for a moment and be still. Right now, I just want you to be aware of this sensation right here. I want you to remember this feeling. The next time you have this feeling, you're going to very slowly raise your right arm into the air. you feel the sensation return, very slowly let your arms sink back down.
That's cool.
Be very, very honest. Raise your hand if you can feel this. Hand back down.
What about this?
Raise your hand if you can feel this.
That's really cool. I like this.
Hand back down. I'm gonna do this one last time. This time, Gabrielle, I want you to raise your hand the instant you feel something touch you. I'm not gonna speak now until it happens. Hand back down. I'm gonna let you stand up. And stand right up. Thank you so much.
Oh, that's it? So what, she's gonna die in a week now or something? She's just cursed, but it was a good performance.
I literally do not know how that happened. Before you even...
Okay, before we hear what the rest of the judges have to say, I want to go ahead and give you my thoughts right now. First off, you're probably wondering, was I fooled as a magician? And I have to say, no, not really. This is something I've seen before. It's a classic of mentalism. David Blaine has done it. Recently, Magician X did something like this. But I thought Nicholas did a really good job with the storytelling and the way he kind of created the whole concept of this ghost story and this chair and the way he talks about how the people died who sat in the chair. I mean, it's pretty intense. Like, that really kind of draws you in and gives this suspense. And it also provides some natural justification for having her sit in the chair in the first place. It all ties together, and I think he did a really good job with that. Thirdly, are we on 3 now? Thirdly, if the kind of thing like ghosts and hauntings were actually possible in the real world, he accurately portrays a believable character. The way he talks, he's very serious. I appreciate his consistency. Fourth, I really like some of these subtleties he's using. He uses some kind of different methods. Like, he does it about 3 times, I believe. And the first time it's like when you feel this feeling, he's touching the doll's chest. And the last time when he comes in there and just this big dramatic for when his finger is going to touch the doll's arm and it connects at the right moment. I like that presentation idea also. Anyway, just the wording he uses is pretty slick in my humble opinion. Fifthly, so he's on America's Got Talent. He's competing against, so far, Eric Chin, who, in my opinion, is just amazing. He's got some amazing technical sleight of hand skill and his creative storytelling. So I think if I had to pick between the two of them, I would go with Eric Chin. Granted, I did like Nicholas Wallace, as I said, but unfortunately and realistically, I don't think he has a chance to beat Eric Chin. Comment below what you think. Sixthly, let's hear what the judges have to say.
Came out and I saw the setup and I was like, there is gonna be some ghost stuff happening. And then she sat in the chair and I got nervous for you. And then the doll came out. I don't know what that was. That was magic, that was death. I don't know what it was, but it happened. Obviously, I'm not making any sense right now.
No, just confusion.
Whoa.
You're a ghoul. If I was to say you're creepy, that is the best compliment I could give you.
I agree.
Really creepy, really weird. You got possessed by a doll.
Let me hear your comments.
I got touched. A bunch. I put the blindfold on and it felt like I got touched. I don't know.
You are amazing. I love your presentation. It was haunting, and we should vote because I'm scared I kind of want you to get out of here and take the chair with you. So I'm gonna vote yes because I want you to be happy with me.
So in, yes.
I loved it. So it's 3 yeses. Congratulations.
All right, I can say once again, I really enjoyed watching his performance, and I'm glad he got moved on because I do want to see him perform again. I'm excited to see what other presentation he has for us. I do like this effect, by the way. I do like the principle behind it. It's kind of psychology based. There's kind of two things going on at once. Sorry, got something in my eye. And when you're watching the show, I think the feeling you have when the judges are speaking is that none of the people explain to Gabrielle what happened. Like, oh, he wasn't touching you, he was touching the doll. Like, no one clarified that for her, for us as the audience to see. Maybe the producers of the show decided to cut that part out because there was some complication due to how she described her experience that was not something they wanted to air. But if you notice, the only thing she actually says is, I don't know, I got touched. It's hard to say, I could be wrong. And if I were to offer one last small critique, I might just say that the story was really interesting about the haunted chair and how the people who sit in it or are around it die. But then the doll came out and the doll was connected with her. And then I kind of felt like the story arc didn't successfully get concluded. I need closure. I mean, possibly through the act, he could have somehow tied it together so that he did something magical so she doesn't have to worry about dying now, because as it's left, well, she sat in the chair and everyone who sits in the chair dies. Thinking positive thoughts for Gabrielle? So in my opinion, that could have been wrapped up a little more cleanly. But, overall, I really enjoyed his performance. I thought he did an excellent job. I'm just critiquing some really small things, just for the purpose of conversation about this act. And I actually liked how he wasn't over the top. Like, he wasn't in your face trying to scare you. It was more kind of a believable, realistic, scary, creepy feeling. Like how it could be in real life. Who's that standing behind you right now? Oh, I guess nobody. Thought I saw someone. So yeah, that's about it. Second Magician of America's Got Talent Season 14. Comment below, tell me what you thought. This video will probably get demonetized, so if you can, please help me and click on any one of my other videos. I've got tutorials, street magic, deck reviews, other reactions, some random travel videos of me in Europe. And if you want to see my next reaction to the next magician on next week, make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell. That being said, I will see you next time.